I'm getting distracted. Let me just explain. What happened. So, over the weekend, because that's when everything happens, because nothing's open over the weekend, right? Well, technically it started on, I think it started on Friday night stream. Was that the Idiots in Car stream? I don't remember. There was a little bit of tooth pain, right? That was like the start of it. That was the very start of the tooth pain. And I was like, it's fine. I had eaten spicy, the flaming hot Doritos. So I was like, I probably just irritated my gum or something. I don't know. It'll be fine. It'll go away. Yeah, I'll walk it off. Saturday. It hurts a lot more. It hurts a lot more. And I realize, because I've had this pain before. Because the reason why I was already missing 2 teeth, was because they had been infected. They had gotten infected. One had like an abscess thing on it that I kept putting off because I didn't know what it was. I thought it was just like a sore or something, and I was like, it's fine. It'll be fine. And the other was the worst pain of my life. The first infected tooth that I had that like actually hurt. It's like this throbbing pain, and I couldn't fall asleep. And I tried literally everything. I tried oil gel. I tried putting whiskey on my gums. I tried like everything. Eventually, I was like, I just need a shit ton of alcohol to get through this. And so that's what I did. I drank until I could get like 30 minutes of sleep, and then went to an urgent care thing when they opened, and an emergency extraction clinic thing. I went to one of those, and it hurt so bad. So Friday night of 2 weeks ago, I start to feel it, and I should have realized, because I was feeling abnormally grumpy, and I thought it was just like stress. I thought I was just really burnt out, and I was tired of dealing with shit, and there were all like these compounding factors, and I was like, I'm probably like fatigued from con season, and you know, like the temperature's changing, you know, like it's summer, it's fucking hot outside. I was like, it's probably all just that, and I just need to be more patient, whatever, you know? Yeah, basically, I thought I just needed a day off. I thought I just needed a vacation. No, I needed dental work. Yeah, no, my tooth was infected. I'm pretty sure the reason I was so agitated was because my body knew things that I did not, which has kind of been a reoccurring trend in my life, where usually, before something really bad happens, I'm really fucking irritable. And that's my body stressed from the internal conflict going on inside of it. Yeah, your body does that. Yeah, your body actually does do that. Your body actually does this thing where it tells you when something's wrong. And if you listen to it, you can help it with the thing that's wrong. But I'm just like, no, it's just a skill issue. I just need to do better. Yeah, chat, fun fact, sometimes you don't need to just do better. Sometimes something is wrong. Yeah, go to the doctor, chat. Go to the dentist. This is me asking you personally. If you haven't had a dental checkup in a while, okay, apparently you're supposed to do cleanings 2 times a year. If you haven't had a cleaning 2 times a year, you should go do that. You should go do that. And also, general health checkups. That's another thing that you should do. Not something that I've done. Not something that I've ever done in my life. Usually my mindset is, can I get through it? Yes. I don't need to go to the doctor. Why would I take a general health exam thing? Blood work? What the fuck is that? Hell nah. If something's wrong, I'll feel it. Oh, I'm feeling it. It's not that bad. I don't need to go to the doctor. Yeah, you should go to the doctor. You should go to the doctor. You should get a general exam. Because even if they bullshit you with like the typical like, oh, well, nothing's wrong, whatever. You know, at least you took the chance in finding out. At least you can get like a general gauge for some things. Blood work? I sure hope it does. Okay, I don't know. I've never had blood work done. I probably should. I should probably, like, get tested. I could have fucking cancer and I'd have no idea. I have no fucking idea. Fuck around and find out. I probably have, like, diabetes or something with how much fucking sugar I eat. No idea. I'm gonna find out, though. I'm gonna find out. Because Because, okay, let's continue on with the story. So Friday, right, I'm feeling very irritable. And I'm kind of feeling some pains and stuff. And I'm like, I just need a break. I'm just burnt out. Saturday, I realize, oh, something's wrong. Something is wrong. And I feel that throbbing in my tooth that I recognize. Menopause. I feel that throbbing in my tooth. And I'm like, it's not really like the pulsing feeling quite yet of like, oh, this is really bad. It's just kind of the throbbing pain, like it's like a humming throb. It's not like a consistent like wah 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 feeling. It's more of like a wah. Those of you who know, you know. I go to urgent care and I'm like, yeah, I know what this feeling is. I know the tooth is infected. And the very nice doctor looks at the tooth and he's like, yeah, that looks like it'd be infected. It's like, yeah, there's like a massive crack there. Yeah, you know, it probably is. And I tell him like what happened, and so I was like, yeah, I started feeling it after biting into a Dorito. And he's like, a burrito? I'm like, no, a Dorito. He gives me oh fuck, I forget exactly what it is, but he gives me a 10-day supply, which this feels like it was 5 years ago now with how my brain has been feeling. But he gives me this it's a moxclav. It's a moxclav. It's antibiotics. It's antibiotics. Amoxicillin, you keep some just in case. Well, fun fact, you can't just get amoxicillin over the counter because I guess they use it for drugs. Talk about the melting mouth root. No! Okay, let's talk about that. Let's jump back to the present. Okay, so yeah, Friday, something is wrong. Saturday, I realized something is wrong. Sunday, I go to urgent care. And this is 4th of July weekend. So nothing is fucking open. Except for like this one fucking urgent care clinic. And they're like, yeah, you should go to the dentist. You need to go to the dentist. Here's some amoxiclav. Take this for 10 days. Go to the dentist. I'm like, okay. And then he's like, when was the last time you went to the doctor for like a general exam? And I was like, literally never. And he's like, when's the last time you went to the doctor? And I was like, I don't know, like a few years ago maybe. And he's like, go to the doctor. You should come back. You should come back. You don't have to come back here. But if you want to come back here, you can come back here. You should really get a general checkup. And I'm like, that's a good idea. It's 4th of July weekend. Nothing is open. Nothing is open. There's this one place I find out about. I had it recommended to me. And so I go out there to this one place that happens to be open on Monday, on 4th of July weekend. And I go in and they're like, oh yeah, you had to be here an hour ago. And I'm like, that's not what I was told. I live 2 hours away from here. What do you mean I had to be here an hour ago? That's not what you said. And they were like, yeah, I don't know if we can fit you in, but you can sit here and you can wait and we'll see. And I'm like, well, fuck it. I guess I'll wait. I guess I'll fuck around and find out. You have bad luck. I have bad luck. But it's mostly self-inflicted. It's karma for my inaction. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. But I never prevent anything. And so I need a lot more than a pound of cure. So, sitting there in the lobby, in pain. And it's not like the worst pain, right? So like a scale of 1 to 10. 10 is like the worst pain of your life, which was the fucking leg thing. That was like a 11. The leg thing was like an 11. Actually, the leg thing was an 11, and the previous tooth infection was like a 10. So I'm sitting there waiting. This is only like a 4 or a 5, and it kind of like fluctuates. You know, this kind of fluctuates. This goes from being like a 1 to being like a 5. You know, it's not horrible. It's pain. I'm in pain, but this is not an 11. So is an 8 or 9 suicide to remove the pain? I would have fucking killed myself to stop my leg pain. I would have cut that bitch off. I would have, if the doctor was like, I can make the pain stop right now if I take your leg off, I would have been like, well, I guess I'm a cripple. Take the bitch off. I'm sitting here waiting, and I'm waiting, and they're like, yeah, we close at this time, and it's getting close to that time, and I'm like, well, fuck, they're probably not gonna see me. It was 2 hours to get here. I've been sitting here for an hour and a half. It's fucking over. It's fucking over. But they do manage to see me, and the pain is actually slowly getting worse. I don't know if it was from them like tapping on it and stuff, but after that, I would say it goes from like a 5 to more like a 6 or 7. It's getting worse. And that makes me anxious, which makes it worse. They're giving a little checkup thing, and I'm looking around, and I'm getting kind of flashbacks to the bad side of town dentist that I went to. Because I'm looking, and I see a fucking houseplant. And that kind of triggers my PTSD when I see a fucking houseplant in a dental office. Those bitches are hard to clean. And you have them in a medical area? So I'm looking at this houseplant, right? And I'm having flashbacks. And I'm like, it's only a little dusty. It's only a little dusty. This is fine. This is fine. I'm gonna be fine. And I'm like, the way that I'm rationalizing everything in my head is I'm like, you know what? This'll make a great story for stream at least. I'm suffering, so that way I have stream content later. If anything, this should be a tax write-off. This is content. I'm panicking so much. I'm panicking so bad. When I went to the urgent care the day before, they took my heart rate and my blood pressure, and they were like, your heart rate's 134. And I'm like, yeah. They're like, are you in a lot of pain right now? And I'm like, no, it's mostly just the nerves. I'm just really scared of the dentist. Scared of the doctor. So I'm so panicky at the dentist. Anytime he touches me, I start literally shaking. Like I know that's like a Twitter meme, like, oh my god, literally shaking right now. No, I'm like actually shaking. And I'm trying to calm myself down because I know this is obnoxious, right? This is like an involuntary reaction. This is not like I'm panicking mentally and I'm letting it happen. I'm like desperately in my brain. I'm like, please stop, please stop, please stop. I'm like digging my nails into my arm, trying to like have like a distraction. I'm like, if I focus on the pain in my arm right now, I won't think about anything else. And I start getting so panicky and so delirious. I'm like, oh man, you know, if like Chorus was real, it'd be very like objective and very calming and stuff right now. I'm like, I'm just trying anything to just stop fucking panicking. I'm just trying anything to stop panicking. And the dentist, he's like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry about it. Sorry. I'm sorry. And he's like, he'll touch like literally anything. And he's like, did that hurt? And I'm like, a little bit. But don't worry about the shaking. It's just, I don't mean for that to happen. You're doing fine. Just keep going. So he's checking my mouth and stuff. And he's like, oh yeah, that's infected. And I'm like, yeah, that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here, actually. Because it's infected. That's why I'm on a Moxcloud. Because it's infected. Yeah, thanks, I noticed. But I can't do anything today. And I'm like, mentally, I'm kind of bitter. Mentally, I'm like, I came 2 hours to this place. You did not tell me that I had to be here fucking within 30 minutes or whatever of the goddamn phone call. Fuck you. You know I'm in pain. Please pull the fucking tooth out. Just pull the tooth out. But the more reasonable side of my brain manages to come out, and I'm like, okay, I understand. And mentally, I'm like, you know, I'm trying to rationalize. I'm trying to stay calm. I'm like, yeah, this guy's got a life to live. You know, it's not his fault what the receptionist did and stuff. You know, it's kind of mean. It's kind of mean to let me go home with an infection. But he said it's not that bad though. I said it's not that bad though. Probably my fault. If I was more annoying with these kinds of things, more shit would probably get done. But anyways, it's fine. You should have mentioned the pain. Well, it's not so excruciating as last time. So I'm like, I can get through this. I can get through this. So he's like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. We have another office that's closer to you. You can come in tomorrow. And so I head to the receptionist. I'm like, whenever she's not talking to me, I'm like sitting down. When she's like filling out the fucking forms and shit, I'm like sitting down on the ground holding my tooth because I'm just not okay. I'm just not okay. On a Sunday. That was on a Sunday. Wait, no. Urgent care was on Sunday. First dentist trip was on Monday, and then tooth was pulled on a Tuesday, on 4th of July. And so the next day, I go to the dentist to get the tooth pulled, auction it off. I don't have the tooth. I get the tooth pulled. And during it was a pretty pretty good dentist. It was a pretty quick procedure and stuff. He's like, yeah, your teeth are fucked up. Yeah, you should really come back and get some work done, because this is just gonna keep happening if you don't get this taken care of like immediately. Your fillings are failing on you. Yeah, this is. He's like looking at my fillings. He's like, wow, this is like the worst job I've ever seen. And I'm sitting there like, thanks, that's what I want to hear. He's like, this is such a shoddy job. Where did you get this done at? And I'm like, thanks. Thank you, doctor. Thank you. You know, I don't actually remember the name of the clinic, but I'll get back to you on that. At least he's being honest. I told him, I was like, yeah, it was like a more affordable clinic, because I couldn't afford like the nice dentist. So I went to like somewhere really cheap, and he was like, yeah, I can tell. I'm like, oh, thank you. I get my first shot in the roof of my mouth ever. And that was crunchy. That's a crunchy feeling. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, but when you get a shot in the roof of your mouth, you hear like this little crunch. You hear this nice little crunch sound, like you just stepped on a popcorn. A little popped popcorn. It's like, what the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? Is it supposed to feel like that? Is it supposed to be like that? And I'm feeling it. And he's like, don't move. And I'm trying not to move, but I'm basically vibrating on the fucking table. I'm so scared. I'm so fucking scared. And I'm trying to brave my way through it. Mentally, I'm like, what would Bismarck Azure Lane do? She would not be scared of the dentist. She would grit through the pain. I'm like full on delusional right now, just trying to get through shit. So I get the shot and I feel the needle like poking around. He's like poking the needle around, kind of like in and out and stuff. And I'm sitting there like, is it supposed to happen like this? I'm sitting there while he's poking the fucking needle around my mouth. Actually, it is. Okay, well, that's good to know. That's good to know. Because I'm feeling the crunch. And all I can think about is, why is it crunchy? Why is the roof of my mouth crunchy? This is not the same feeling as when you get a shot in your gum. When you get a shot in your gum, they put on the little... Sometimes it's bubblegum flavored. It's this little gritty paste that you'll never get out of your mouth for the next few days, no matter how much they suction the little grits out. There's always gonna be little grits in your mouth, and you'll find them like a week later. The grit sucks. Anyways, and then it's like this little prick feeling in your gum, and it hurts a little bit. It's more scary than it is painful. But this shit is crunchy. Why is it crunchy? Roof of your mouth shots suck. Yes, they do. And so I feel this, and it kind of, I don't know how to describe it other than it's the worst flavor I have ever. It's not like I'm not gonna like gag or whatever on this flavor, but like it feels like I'm drinking gasoline when the anesthetic comes out of the roof of my mouth. Some of it like spills out, and it's like gasoline. It's just not good. Like it tastes like you're eating a rotten corpse. Like it triggers that kind of reaction. You know what I mean? And if it hits your tongue gets numb. I don't know if I really noticed that. My tongue wasn't really numb. I don't know if it was the anesthetic or if it was the blood, but my tongue was stained for several days, like a black color. The side of my tongue that all that stuff happened, like the side of my mouth that all that stuff happened on, that side of my tongue was like stained black. Anyways, the tooth gets extracted, and the extraction clinic that pulled my tooth was not. Maybe I just don't remember the pain. I feel like it just kind of happened and I didn't really notice it. But with this one, there was definitely pain while they pulled the tooth out. And I was panicking even more. But I feel this tooth being removed. And I'm panicking. It's not... The pain is only like a 4 or a 5, right? It's not like horrendous pain. But I'm like panicking because I'm like, oh my god. Did they not apply enough anesthetic? Is this going to be a repeat? But no, it was fine. There was a little bit of pain. There was a little bit, even while numb. Yeah, even while numb, there was some pain. But it was fine. It was fine. We pulled it out. And it was so sore. It was so fucking sore. Like, again, I don't know if I just don't remember the first time I had teeth extracted as much. But the nurse lady, she was like, oh, it's sometimes it just happens when it's infected. And it's like, well, I don't remember the last time. I don't know. Anyways, it was so sore. It was so sore. After that, they give me these pain pills that I'm still on. Still on the pain pills, still on the antibiotics. The antibiotics make me really sleepy. I was technically supposed to take my pills before stream, but I was like, they're gonna make me sleepy. I'll wait until after stream. It's fine. This will be fine. Hopefully not a bad decision, but it's only like 3-hour difference. It'll be fine. It's fine. Anyways, tell us about the bone graft. Okay, yeah, they did the bone graft thing. I will say, they like sutured it up and stuff. And the first time I got a teeth pulled, extracted, not the first time from when I was a child, but this, okay, the first time I got the extraction in the bone graft, little bits were falling out of my mouth like non-stop. Like, and I was being like extra paranoid. I was like, I will not eat anything, I will not drink anything. But the little bits were like coming out of the bone graft like non-stop. That's normal. Well, this time I didn't lose like any. I did not lose like any bone graft bits. Is that supposed to happen? I should probably explain. For those of you who don't know what a bone graft is, basically they like, where the tooth was, they put like little bits of like bone stuff. I don't know what it actually is. It's like little bits of teeth. You can imagine, or some shit like that, or it's something. It's like mixed with like a paste and shit. I don't know. It's real bone. Okay, it's like a little. It's you can think of it as like cobblestone for your teeth. So they put the cobblestone or the mortar. They put the mortar in your where your tooth was. So that way your teeth don't like recycle bones from other people's mouths. Don't say that. So that way the teeth don't like shift, right? Because you now have that empty space there. Your teeth could hypothetically start like shifting and getting even more fucked up. So they put the bone graft there so your other teeth think, oh wow, there's another tooth there. I can't. This is not free real estate. So sometimes the little bits of that, it's like, you know when you chip your tooth? It's kind of like, you know when you find like a little bit of your chipped tooth in your mouth? It's like that repeatedly for the course of weeks. But I haven't had like any of that from this. So I think they did like a really good job. I think this dentist did a really good job with suturing it up. And I went to the dentist again, a different dentist this time. I looked for one. They have like really good reviews and shit, and it's all good. It's all good. They're a good dentist, highly rated. I am. That's gonna hurt? Yeah, it's gonna hurt. It'll be great stream content. It'll be great stream content. Anyways. Implants are the way to go. Yeah, the dentist was asking me. He was like, oh, do you want to try and save the tooth, or do you want to just pull it? And I'm like, just fucking pull it. And dentists always say, they're like, oh, well, you should always try and save the tooth. Man, sometimes it's just not worth it, dude. Sometimes it's just not worth it, dude. Just fucking pull it. Just fucking pull it, man. We're not doing this shit. Just fucking pull it. I'll get a fucking implant. All right, listen. It's 3 fucking teeth. It's not the end of the world. I don't want to do this shit, man. Yeah. Sometimes it's just beyond saving. What was I saying? Oh yeah, and then the new dental people that I went to, they were like, do you have to go back to get those sutures removed? And I was like, you know, to be honest, I have no idea. I don't know. Like, oh well, they could be dissolvable sutures. And I'm sitting there like, you know, I did not think to ask. I did not think to ask. The first time I got teeth removed, I had to go back to have the sutures removed. But I don't know. I don't know. I guess I'll fuck around and find out. No, I should probably call them. I should probably call the other dentist and see if they're dissolvable or not. Anyways, at this new dentist, right? They cleaned my teeth. I got a teeth cleaning. Well, mostly. They didn't, like, clean too much around where I had my tooth pulled, but that's because it was sensitive. And they, you know, back in the day, back a year ago, the dentist that I went to, when they clean your teeth, they just scrape that shit. They take one of those little dental pick thingies, and they're just fucking hacking away at between your teeth and on your teeth. They're just scraping that shit off. They scrape it. And you're just sitting there like, ow, ow. Ow. Because sometimes those fuckers stab you in the fucking gum with a little pick because they're fucking lazy. And then they have this little floss. Not this dentist. This dentist, they very nicely flossed my teeth with normal floss. One of the other dentists that I went to, they had this, it's called like gold floss or something. It's like, I don't know what the fuck it is. It's like gritty tooth floss. And them bitches, fucking, they're like yanking my jaw around. Sandpaper floss, whatever the fuck it is. They're like aggressively diamond wire? Is that what it is? I don't know. They're like aggressively flossing between my teeth. Oh god, it was horrible. It was a horrible feeling. Anyways, they're so rough with it. They're so fucking rough with it. But these dentists, they were nice and gentle, and they were like, okay, if you feel anything, if anything starts to hurt, just lift your left hand, okay? And I'm like, oh, thank you. Okay. Meanwhile, other dentists you go to, cause I went to one dentist that did like the lift your arm trick thing if you start to feel stuff. And I thought that was like normal. I thought that was normal that you can do that at other dentists. And no, apparently that's like a dentist to dentist thing. Because some dentists, if you try and do that, they're like, quit moving. And you're like, oh, okay. Okay, I won't move. I'm sorry. I'm in a lot of pain right now. The anesthetic has worn off and I'm trying to tell you. But all right, my bad. It hurts. Be quiet. So they're looking at my mouth, right? And they're like giving me a little evaluation thing. And they can't do it all at once. They have to take like the x-rays and stuff, and then they'll tell you later, and they can get like a general idea. So the dentists are looking over my mouth and they're like, what happened to the roof of your mouth? And I'm like, what do you mean? And they're like, it's really bad. And I'm like, well, the skin was starting to peel off after the extraction. Like chunks of flesh were coming out of my mouth after the extraction, and I would look at them and they'd be kind of bloody, and it's kind of, you know how like the roof of your mouth is like ridged, like it's kind of bumpy? That side of my mouth is no longer like that with how much skin has come off of it. And they're like, did you eat something really hot? And I was like, no, actually I have been eating everything at room temperature and trying not to eat anything like too solid, right? Like I'm only eating mostly soup. Eating a lot of soup, a lot of protein drinks. And the dentist is like, oh, well, this is necrosis. You must have had an allergic reaction to the anesthetic. And I'm sitting there like, my old friend, anesthetic, my old friend. They're like, yeah, just be really careful with that. Don't eat anything like hard, right? Like don't eat anything that might irritate it more. And I'm just sitting there like is it okay now? No, it still hurts. Actually, the roof of my mouth hurts more than the actual extracted tooth area now. Right? The spot where my tooth was extracted, yeah, it's kind of sore. And sometimes, like, there's, like, a little bit of pain randomly. Sometimes, you know, like, I'll bump it with my tongue or whatever, and that'll kind of, like, make it ache. But the roof of my mouth, like, anytime I swallow anything, there's, like, that sore pain. Because it got fucked up. It got fucked up. And I'm just sitting there wondering, I should have asked, how is it that the anesthetic fucked up the roof of my mouth so bad, but not like my gums? Is it a different anesthetic that they use for the roof of your mouth versus your gums? I don't know. Or has maybe all of my dentist trips been so miserable because actually I'm just allergic to the fucking anesthetic? Honestly, it could go either way. I don't fucking know. I'll ask them next time. I have another appointment coming up. I don't know. The anesthetic that your previous dentist would dose you with multiple times per session. Yeah, that one. I don't know. Please talk to your doctor. I don't have a doctor. That's one thing the urgent care doctor asked me about. He was like, a walk-in clinic guy, whatever the fuck they technically classified as. He was like, who's your general practitioner? Or who's your doctor? And I'm like, I don't have one. Kind of just stared at me. He was like, you should probably have one of those. You should go get one of those. And I'm like, yeah, I really should. That's a good idea. Oh god. So that's where I'm at. I'm down 3 of my front teeth. They're kind of like alternating, you know? So like I'm missing one.
Everybody, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Low Effort Clips. That's right, Low Effort Clips, right here on YouTube.com. Yeah, and hit the notification bell. Yeah.